for those that don't know, you know, you kind of like popped up in 2008 on a low-key vibe, but
I did.
You know, give us a brief musical history into the life of Rita Ora.
Well, it hasn't happened overnight, I can tell you that for sure. I've been doing this since I was around 15. I got my first production deal when I was 14, and that's how I met, you know, Tinchy, and that's how I got involved with Craig a long time ago, and we did a track on his album called Awkward, which never really made it as a single, but it still kind of got attention, you know, and that's how people were like, who's this girl? And then through that, it escalated through me and Tinchy and Craig coming out with another song, and then through that, you know, it's very small, the industry, so it just, I just expanded my brand like really, really slowly, you know what I mean? So until now, and to this point where I got myself a record deal and I did my album, and now I want to put it out.
And you definitely been patient though.
Oh yeah.
Because like the stuff with Craig was like what, 2008?
Yeah. That stuff with Craig was a long time ago. Well, it wasn't that long, but I mean, it feels like ages because the industry rotates so much that it's hard to keep up sometimes. That's why everyone just tries to create their own lane where you don't have to keep up with no one because you're just doing your own thing. So it was definitely a learning experience, you know, the knockdowns, the, you know, not the insults, but like, you know, the criticisms of what you should be doing and da-da-da-da. Everything I did was learn. I learned like a lot from it.
Was you actually signed to Craig?
No, never. I was never signed to Craig. Craig literally was helped me out. You know, he was like, why don't you just get on this? You sound great. I was like, okay. And that, so yeah, so I want to thank Craig. Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Mr. Craig David. Are you still in contact though?
Oh, I wish we were more like before, but no, I haven't spoken to him for a while. But I guess when I see him, it will still be like old times, like hey. But no, we've kind of lost each other. But
SK Vibe Maker in the building with Rita Ora just came out of Hot Right Now. Officially put you on the map for like 2011.
Yes, you did. It did.
Was you a drum and bass fan before that?
Honestly, I loved to go to the raves. I went to the Fabrics and things like that, but I was never like listening to it like on my headphones, you know, every day like on my iPod. But I can admit that I am now. You know, I've definitely done my research and I'm definitely like getting involved with it. You know, I've been a part of a genre, so I need to know about it.
So like with yourself, people have been like kind of scratching their heads like for not knowing your ethnicity. So I wanted to ask you direct from the horse's mouth, not calling you a horse or anything, but you know.
You are, but it's fine. No, I'm joking.
But like, yeah, everyone's like wondering the ethnicity. So like on record, tell us.
I am 100% from Kosovo, which is Eastern Europe, right next to Albania, from a little city called Pristina. Yep.
What, did you grow up there?
No, I moved to West London, Ladbroke Grove, when I was 1, and I've lived in West London my whole life. So I don't really know that much about Kosovo, but I've been back and forth a lot. And no one really gets an opportunity like this from where I'm from, you know, so they've been so supportive. So I'm really, really proud to kind of be from where I'm from and talk about it.
So your parents, do they get what you're doing?
No. In the beginning, they were like, all right, yeah, cool. But now they are like the biggest support. Without them, I don't think I would know what to do. You know, my mum is like my inspiration. She influenced my album. She's such a strong woman. And my dad is just go with the flow kind of guy. He's just like, yeah.
So, you know, and for those that know, some don't know, you know, you're with Roc Nation. Jay-Z,
yes,
it doesn't come much bigger than that. So, like, let's rewind and, like, how did the affiliation come about? How did you go about getting on Roc Nation? Did they find you or did you go to them?
Well, basically what happened was an A&R from the UK saw me at a show. I went to see Likey Lee, who is a Swedish artist. I went to watch her perform at Camden. And this A&R lady was there and she was like, Rita, what are you doing? I haven't heard anything since the Craig times and what have you been up to? I was like, you know what, I've just been gigging. You know, I've been trying to get my face everywhere, you know, just singing where I can sing because I just wanted to make music, man. And she said, come and have a meeting with me tomorrow. I was like, all right. So I went and had a meeting, brought down my demos, and she was like, I have a perfect guy that would really, really, you know, I think would really work for you. You know, and then he introduced, and then she, you know, told Jay Brown and Tai about me and sent over some demos, and then they just asked to see me in New York. So I was like, Mum, I'm going to New York. She was like, what? I was like, I'll see you later. Literally, it was a day I booked the flight and I left. So it was like nothing packed. I kind of just went and I got off the plane, I had a Run DMC t-shirt, and I walked in, and there I was, my suitcase was in the car, and I just went straight into the meeting.
So what was it like, that first occasion when you actually met Mr. Sean Carter himself?
It was definitely a moment. It was a moment that I couldn't really believe was happening, but because I was so, it was on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. It wasn't like I didn't have time to absorb everything that was going on, because I was like, all right, I have to snap up fast and, stay where I deserve to stay. And the good thing was that they saw it in me, and like, I really admire it, because other people did, but never had the balls to actually, be like, let's do this. So I love that family, and as soon as I met them, I wanted to be a part of it. So.
Because speaking to DJ Fresh a few months ago, he said that you was working with the Invisible Men, Jesse J's production team, and he said that when like you lot got together and you vocaled the track, he saw that you was the one. But at the same time, he was scared because he thought the Roc Nation thing was going to get in the way.
You know what? What I can say to you is that you can't deny a hit. And regardless if anything was going to get in the way, which it wouldn't have, because at the end of the day, when you hear good music, why are you going to get in the way of it? It's like Roc heard the good music, and they were like, we are in. And so we all were on the same page, and everyone loved the track, so it was more organic. It just made sense.
It was a surprise for you then, yeah?
It was a huge surprise for me, not because Roc said but because someone wanted me on a drum and bass track. And I had to learn how to sing really fast, because it's a drum and bass track, so I was like, you're only in it because it's no, and then I kept messing up a bit, but now I'm all right at it. But it was something I love taking risks, and I love learning something new,
So like after, the few years of the transition between 2008 with Craig and then Roc Nation and stuff, and then you saying that maybe there were some doubts along the way and blah, blah, blah. Did it feel good to say, I'm hot right now?
Yes, it felt really good to say I'm hot right now, because it took me about 2 years to, finally say I'm Rita Ora the artist, because I never felt ready until now. And I'm really happy that I had a label that waited for me, that waited for me to evolve and to find myself. And the best thing that I got taught was to be patient. And now I'm understanding why. So.
And you got a lot of male fans as well, because when you was in the video with Craig, like a lot of people was like, who's that girl, man?
Yeah.
Who's the girl?
I have to give it up for my Mandem supporters. They really have been supporting me, and it's really nice, man. It's nice, because I had a gig the other night, right, at the Hoxton Bar and Grill, and it was a whole bunch of girls, and I literally sat down there with them, and we had a conversation, and then I sang them a song, and it was like basically just singing in my living room, because I did a show before that when I was supporting Drake in Glasgow to a huge crowd, biggest crowd I've ever performed at, and coming back home and performing in front of like 300 people, it was just like the best feeling ever, because I sat on the edge of the stage, I sang the song, and I would talk to them, and the guys would be in the back because they let the ladies go in the front, because that's how my fans are. They respect the ladies like that. And no, it was a good show. It was good.